Jevin fell through a portal into the world of SpongeBob and Patrick. Ocean magic reacted with him and made him turn into a new monster phase whenever he felt strong emotions. Patrick found it hilarious, while SpongeBob tried to calm him down. But each attempt only caused another transformation. Together, they wandered Bikini Bottom, searching for a way home before he turned into a full sea monster. After arriving in SpongeBob and Patrick's world, Jevin quickly noticed that the ocean's strange magic reacted to his emotions. Whenever he felt surprised, scared, or excited, his body shifted into a new monstrous form. Patrick laughed every time it happened, while SpongeBob kept trying to calm him down. But even their help couldn't stop the transformations from growing wilder each day. Together, they explored Bikini Bottom, hoping to figure out how to control his strange new powers before they overwhelmed him. In SpongeBob and Patrick's world, Jevin began reacting even more strongly to every emotion he felt. A single surprise or laugh could make him shift into a new monstrous form without warning. Patrick found it hilarious, while SpongeBob tried to keep the situation under control. But Jevin's changes only became more unpredictable each day. Their adventures turned wilder as the friends tried to help him adapt to this strange underwater magic. Life in Bikini Bottom became even more chaotic for Jevin as his strange abilities intensified. Every reaction, fear, excitement, or joy triggered another monstrous change. SpongeBob tried new, calming methods, but none of them worked for long. Patrick, of course, kept laughing at every transformation. Jevin started to worry that if they couldn't help him soon, he might never return to normal. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's reactions grew stronger, making his transformations happen even during simple moments. SpongeBob and Patrick started joking around to test what emotion triggered which form. Patrick kept pretending to be scared, then instantly bursting into laughter. SpongeBob tried surprising Jevin from behind coral, which caused even funnier changes. By the end of the day, they turned his strange powers into a game for all three of them. As Jevin continued in SpongeBob's world, his emotions became even more unpredictable. SpongeBob invented quick challenges to see how different feelings changed him. Patrick once jumped out wearing seaweed hair, making Jevin shift instantly. They all laughed so hard that Jevin couldn't stop changing forms. Every day ended with the trio joking about which emotion they should test next. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's emotions in this period became even wilder. SpongeBob and Patrick made quick reaction games to see what would set him off. Patrick kept jumping from behind rocks, shouting nonsense just to trigger a transformation. SpongeBob tried calming him, but usually ended up laughing too. Together, they turned every emotional spike into a new joke for the day. During this time in SpongeBob's world, Jevin's transformations became almost routine. Patrick loved testing him with silly jokes and sudden jumps, hoping for a new monster form. SpongeBob tried organizing emotion drills, but they mostly ended in chaotic laughter. Jevin kept changing non-stop, surprising even himself. Every day finished with all three laughing about which reaction was the funniest. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's reactions during this time grew even more explosive. Patrick kept testing him with sudden pranks to see what shape he'd turn into. SpongeBob tried calming exercises, but they usually made Jevin laugh and transform again. Even a tiny surprise could trigger a new look. The trio treated every transformation like another fun challenge. Ready for a challenge? According to statistics, only 3% of viewers manage to like the video and subscribe to the channel before the timer runs out. Write a comment if you made it in time. Jevin's time in SpongeBob's world during this period was pure chaos. Patrick invented quick pranks just to see if Jevin would glow, stretch, or twist into something new. SpongeBob kept laughing every time Jevin reacted too strongly. Even calm moments turned into unexpected transformations. Their days ended in non-stop jokes about which emotion they should test tomorrow. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's reactions during this time became hilariously unpredictable. Patrick kept jumping out with new props, buckets, shells, even a jellyfish hat to trigger transformations. SpongeBob tried to keep things organized, but always ended up laughing too hard to continue. Even simple conversations caused random shifts in Jevin's look. The trio treated each day like a new emotional experiment filled with jokes. During this time in SpongeBob's world, the boys turned Jevin's reactions into their favorite daily game. Patrick created goofy challenges, like telling Jevin scary stories that weren't scary at all. SpongeBob tried calming him, but his gentle voice usually made Jevin burst into laughter and transform again. Even a splash of water or a random bubble could trigger a new form. Every evening, they joked about writing a Jevin transformation handbook. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's emotional reactions during this period became pure comedy for the trio. Patrick kept inventing silly jump scares, like popping out of sand piles or wearing a ridiculous snorkel mask. SpongeBob tried helping Jevin stay calm, but usually ended up giggling first. Even harmless surprises made Jevin shift into funny monster forms. Every day turned into a new round of chaos, laughter, and emotional experiments. Life in SpongeBob's world during this time was full of non-stop silly chaos for Jevin. Patrick tried new tricks, like tossing bubbles at him to see how he'd transform. SpongeBob kept cheering him on, calling it training, even though they both laughed non-stop. Jevin shifted so often that it became their favorite form of entertainment. By the end of each day, the three of them were exhausted from laughing and testing his reactions. In Bikini Bottom, Jevin's emotional reactions became even more unpredictable. Patrick created quick prank challenges to see what form he'd pop into next. SpongeBob tried to keep track of the transformations, but ended up laughing too hard every time. Even simple surprises sparked hilarious new shapes. the trio spent each day turning his unstable powers into pure comedy. During this time in SpongeBob's world, Jevin's transformations became a routine part of their adventures. Patrick kept testing him with random jokes and sudden jumps, hoping for a funny reaction. SpongeBob tried calming him, but always ended up triggering another transformation by accident. Even tiny emotions made Jevin shift instantly. Every day turned into a wild mix of laughter, surprises, and non-stop monster moments. In SpongeBob's world, Jevin's reactions during this time were the wildest they'd ever been. Patrick and SpongeBob made it their mission to keep him laughing so his transformations stayed harmless. Patrick invented Chaos Hour, jumping around and acting ridiculous just to get a reaction. SpongeBob tried calming him, but usually triggered an even funnier form instead. By the end of each day, the three of them collapsed in the sand, laughing at how unpredictable Jevin had become.